My name is Carrie Sheldon. I'm the owner and founder of K-Fix Studios. We're a boutique-style youth and family fitness training center located here in Stuart, Florida. I'm here today asking for $120,000 in exchange for a 10% equity stake in my company. K-Fix Studios is home to the Warrior Training Program, which is an achievement-based fitness program designed and led by a certified personal trainer. Workouts change daily and they're age-specific for kids and teens, and the parents can actually join in as well. So we have a Warrior Junior training session for elementary kids and special needs kids, and we also have a Warrior class, which are for the older kids, and a Warrior Level 2 class for the more advanced kids. Each class combines muscle, endurance exercise, cardio conditioning, balance and core exercises. Mosa Hardy, she's our fitness director, and she actually makes up these workouts and has really designed the majority of the fitness aspect of the program. Each workout is designed so that there's 3 or 4 stations depending on the level of the program. The stations contain your exercises, and then they alternate between station and cardio, and then give it a stretch at the end. And what's nice about the workouts too is that the parents can actually join in with the kids and have a workout. So the whole family can actually be working out.
Bring that knee over to your elbow, opposite elbow. I mean the same elbow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest.
Yes, yes. Harder, come on, harder, yes.
So when you come into our studio, you walk into the studio lounge. It's nice and comfy. Kids can get their homework done if they're here a little bit early. We've got Wi-Fi for the parents, a TV. We've got some toys for the younger kids if they want to come in and watch their siblings work out. Then right there is the Warrior Room and our smoothie bar. And the smoothie bar is actually a big hit. I've been told that I make some fantastic smoothies, so maybe I'll have to bring some in for the sharks when I come in. So we have those 2 areas, and then we also have a group fitness room in the back. So when a new member joins, what happens is they have to come in and do an initiation session with Mosa, which is our trainer, like I said before. Mosa's going to go over all the equipment, the safety features of the equipment, especially the treadmills, because you can really get hurt on those. We show you how to properly row on the rowers, how to properly lift weights, the weights that you should be starting at. She's going to go over proper form and safe form on things, especially like lunges and squats. And she's going to give you an idea of the flow of the class. So when you come back in to do the class, you're really ready to go. After the initiation is finished, what we do is give you your Warrior cuff. So you're fitted for your Warrior cuff. And this is what it looks like. It is blank. And that is actually the Warrior symbol right here. And then you're also going to get your Warrior Achievement Book, which is this right here. And it's going to give you your first requirements for getting your first medal, which is your Courage Medal. Okay, what we try to do is the Courage Medal, it's the simplest one to get. It's kind of like, I say, getting your white belt in karate. A lot of times for kids, and you know, I guess it depends on the kid, but for a lot of kids, it's hard for them to get in the door and start working out here. So what we like to do is give them that little push. And with the Courage, you just have to come through the door and work out with us for 4 times in the month. That is it. Finish the workout and give us a good attitude. Then we're going to move on to Surrender, which is more following directions. But each one of these levels is stepping stones for the next level on how to move forward. After the kids and the teens are done the workout or the training session, what we do is the trainer goes over and she awards them their stamp. So if you look inside the books right here, each one, they have stamps, and the stamps represent each workout that the child or the teen does. The stamps are different according to the achievement they're on. However, just because they're on one achievement doesn't mean that they are going to get the stamp that they're working for. So we don't just give them, you know, a progress stamp just for showing up. It's not kind of how we work here. We really make them work for it. At the end of each month, we count up the stamps, see how everyone is doing, and if they got enough stamps to move on to their next goal, they actually get their medal. So if you look at my cuff right here, I've got all my medals on here, but each medal represents a different achievement, and they're all different. So when they're done, like I said, they'll have all 12 medals, achievement medals, and they'll be able to actually mentor here. So I bet you're wondering how I came up with this idea. Well, I'll take you back now to 2008 and my story. September of 2008, my family was experiencing a really, really difficult time. My stepson Jordan, who had lived with us for a few years, was now living with his mother. He was fatally injured after being hit by a car in Vero Beach. It was an extremely emotional and horrific time in our lives. My husband, he was not well. I was not well. None of us. When you lose a child, there's no words. There's no words to explain. But this was our lives. It was almost surreal. It was surreal. So, 2008, that happened. The next 4 years were an absolute torture. My husband went through depression and alcoholism and addictions and everything under the sun. He tried a few times to kill himself and ended up in rehab in 2012. The whole family was going through a tremendous amount of suffering. I had 2 kids, Mackenzie in 2012, who was almost 5, and I had Bailey, who was 2 at the time. So my husband was in rehab, and I took a big fall. And when I fell, I had a cerebral spinal fluid leak, which basically it can be on your spine or on your around your brain. So they had to do MRI. So we went to the doctor. So anyways, 10 days in the hospital, I get released for the cerebral spinal fluid leak, and the doctor comes in and tells me that there's a suspicious region in the frontal lobe of my head. After which I asked him English, and he told me that I had a very large brain tumor growing in the front of my head, and I needed to have it biopsied. So I'm sure you can imagine the chaos going through my head at that moment, and life was just rock bottom as you could be, or at least I thought. I was mentally ill, I was physically ill, I was overweight, my husband was in rehab, I had 2 little kids, no words. So anyways, I just guess I had to face it dead on, because that's what you do. And I had told my husband at the time, and I knew that this was going to be the end of everything for him, because he just couldn't handle it, and I was right. So December 14th, he joined his son Jordan, and he ended his battle with depression. So that was really, really hard, especially with 2 little girls and a brain tumor. I don't know. I think back and I just don't even know what words to say. So with that being said, I decided I needed to heal, and that's what I did. Over the next year, I got my brain tumor removed. I lost a ton of weight with Mosa, which is now my fitness director, and my kids started noticing a difference, and I started to get a little bit happier, and my kids were kind of interested in this. I kept on throwing them in the babysitting room and at the gym, and I was wondering, where's this something for kids? So I looked, and of course there's my gym, which is this little kids gym, and there's little stuff, play gyms, but there's no fitness for kids. So that's where the fitness center for kids came up. The Warrior training program kind of came later in the game. I was having issues with a vendor, and plans, were going one direction, and they weren't seeming to be heading in the right direction. So we ended up switching vendors halfway in and doing a completely different setup from what we had originally planned, which led us to be more of a training facility than, just like a more playing gym for older kids. which is kind of when I thought back and looked at all of the things that I had learned when I rebuilt my life and realized it was a stepping stone process, just like when I built my fitness back up. And as I was thinking about this, I realized that all of the different levels of achievement that I had actually made, we could relate these to fitness. And it also give a retention with the program, and the kids, they would want to come back, and they do, they really do, which is nice. So that's kind of where the program came up, and that's where it was born. And now, you know, we're about a year in and we're growing, so I'm pretty excited about that. So here's where the sharks come in and where I need your help. I guess my biggest challenge here has been getting people through the door and to notice us. Because we're different than what anybody else does. People still walk through the door and are like, I didn't know this was here, and this looks like a franchise, and you know, everyone says that. Is this a franchise? Did you start? I'm like, no, this is me. I started this all myself. I started this with my mother's investment, which she's 40% owner, but you know, she shelled out $250,000 so far, and you know, a lot of that was unforeseen things because I guess of my inexperience in knowing a few things. Namely how to work with the city, and the fact that it took a year for us to get permits, and we were paying rent and, you know, expenses on a 3,500 square foot facility for all those times. So anyways, when we started, we literally started from ground zero, which was my biggest hurdle to overcome. You know, we had 3 people the first month, 5 the next, and you know, my trainer Mosa, she's fantastic. She's got 25 years of experience, but she's coming from 40 minutes or 35 minutes away. And my background isn't essentially fitness, it's business. I graduated with a degree in marketing, although, you know, with my brain tumor, I'm still relearning so many different things because I can't remember it. But with that said, I always jump into the deep end and swim like hell, and then I make my way out. So I go over my numbers from last year, from April to December. In 2017, we did 13,000 in sales. I know that's not impressive. We are on track this year for 45,000. That's an average quarterly growth of 32%. And it's actually been more on, you know, 2 of the 3 quarters that I've looked at so far, but we had a really rough quarter from a hurricane and you know, a drop off in marketing. We haven't been able to do any marketing budget after last year because I literally have my mother supporting this business. We should be at break even according to expenses somewhere in the first quarter of 2019. With that said, there's only upside potential after that. Each facility has the member potential of about 600. We've got about 41 right now, you know, 41 regulars. So I need somebody that can help me bring this to the next level and to help me just support me. I'm looking for one step right now. I'm looking to get supported through the next year because I think 100% in my head, I know in the next year we will be profitable. But I don't want to be a financial drain to my mother anymore. She's helping me live. You know, she's helping with everything. I don't need a salary right now. I'm okay with that. You know, I get my death benefits and I'm living small as I can. What I want is for this business to succeed. I've put my heart, my time, my effort, my kids' time, my whole soul into this. Everything that I am is this place. And it means so much. It's good. The program's amazing. And I just really think that this belongs everywhere. I mean, kids need fitness, teens need fitness. It's good. Like, what's bad about it? And it's a program and they're going to be working for something, and you know, it's just everything that's not available right now. And plus the parents can join in, and now they don't have an excuse for not getting their workout too. So I guess here it goes. Which one of you sharks is going to take me on the Shark Tank?